Okay, so today I'm going to be playing um, lower tier tanks, tier 6 and up. You can see I'm not using APCR rounds. I've got, I put my, usually put my weakest crew because you benefit more by EXP with your weaker crew. The weaker your crew is, the more percent they move up when you earn experience. So this is my first game. This is going to be a test game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test my internet connection to make sure that it's acceptable. If I have problems with my internet connection, which is something I've got to deal with every day, then I won't play, or I won't use personal reserves, or I'll play tier 2 or SPG, etc. I actually like the Thunderbolt. I think it's a pretty cool tank, and I'm glad I got it. I like these, I didn't like the Sherman at first, but these are fun to play, in my opinion. I'd rather play this than that Eagle 7, and I used to love those. This tank is one of the ones I don't like. There's a lot of lower tier German tanks I'm really not fond of. I guess I am going to go to town. I don't like to play up in the top area. I mean, obviously I used to many years ago, but it's just too boring, and everybody else is doing it. Why do what everyone else is going to do? I'm going to go where the Leo's going, and perhaps a KV5. I play the positions that my allies are not playing. That's like a general rule. So I get a different spotting view. I get a different sniping view. Um, it means that you might not have a good game, but at least I'm spreading the team out early in the game. And then if you need to, you regroup later in the game. So you can see it's jumping around a little bit. If you see the screen jump, it's not the stream, it's my internet connection. So I was spotted and I need to get out of here. For the OI, I will either have to get behind him to penetrate him, or I'll have to let my allies work on him. Really want to get that Nashorn. Can't. So I'm going to mark where the SPG is, which is right here. I'm going to spread out. So if my ally can hit that tank, I will be able to. Took a hit from the OI, don't worry about it, it's no big deal. We got that Tiger out of the game. We'll get the OI. Okay, so he hit me with an AP round. Unfortunately, I don't know where he hit me. There's an example. I mean, my allies took the OI out of the game. So I'm going to reverse. Let's see if I can get a spotting position. Score 6-4. Might get spotted right here. I've only got 7 hit points. That was bad. That was a mistake. Okay. Okay. Reposition behind the building. You see the comet in the south? We got to deal with this guy. Because he'll kill our SPG, and it will be a... morale loser for my team. So I'm going to go and keep the SPG alive. So the enemy SPG killed our Super Hellcat. I guess he was flipped. Or is there another Hellcat on the team? He said he's flipped, but... Oh, he's dead now. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to park over here in one of these bushes. And maybe I'll spot... Hitting him in the tail is okay. They won't spot you if you hit them in the tail. Like, come on. So my vehicle's driving on its own. Oh, come on, stop. So there's a problem with the game where I was telling it to turn and it didn't detect the key release, so it kept on turning, and it happens. And then you got to press the key again to make it stop. I'm going to blind fire right there. Okay, he's not there. But he's dead. So we should regroup. It looks like we lost an SPG. I'm telling the KV-3 that he has the most hit points. SPG took out a tank. Come with us. I'm asking the KV-85 if he'll come with us. One thing I know is that this area over here is really hard to cross. Even if you got a fast tank, it's low success rate. We should really get a position up on the hill. I'm not going to be able to push that. Okay, so we got an issue here. He apparently, the Leo acted as though he didn't see that the Firefly was right there. They're both up there. I'm sure he'll take out that SPG. Okay, so he's out of the game. What I would really like to do is for all of us to go after this guy at the same time, but it looks like it's not necessary. See if I can get some elevation. Probably not. Nope. It is possible to climb that hill. I've seen people climb that hill before. Oh, there's 2 SPGs left in the game. And that's our SPG right there. You don't, when you're an SPG, you don't want to stay in the same position the whole game. You know, they, because we know where to find them. What they should have done is they all should have repositioned. And also, they might have to cap in order to win, so they should take up a position in case they need to cap. Okay, so I'm happy with the performance, so I'm going to turn on some of these personal reserves. I'm going to play for 2 hours. I am going to use this, and I am going to use that. And then I am going to send these guys out. I'm going to play another American tank. I usually play similar tanks back to back. Because I've got a lot of American tanks, I'm going to be playing American tanks. And when they are busy, I'll play Swedish or move to another tank. No APCR rounds. Let's get in the game. While I'm playing, I work, so I'm going to be working on other things. And I really, when the game starts is when I look at the map and decide what I'm going to do. I decide very quickly. It's rare that I change my mind. Okay, so the game's about to start. I am going to go to... I just bought that AMD 178B today. Because I thought I'd use it for testing, for practicing, but I forgot how hard it is to drive. It's very hard to drive. So I usually play along the river because the brawling is not good for me because of my high ping time. I would just have too many problems, so it's better for me to stay out in the open. Wow, look at how long it takes to aim. Okay. So what you can do, lock on and shoot, and then while you're reloading, you will aim in. So your first shot is likely to be wild, but at least you get an extra shot in. That was a delayed shot because of the latency. I'm just going to blind fire. Yeah, I think I hit him. Maybe I hit him again. 40 TP is out there. Okay, we knew about the 40 TP. I'm going to use the high explosive rounds. So I got 25 damage, 51. Really in there. Oh no, you can't shoot under that tank. We got him down in hit points. So I guess that other tank really did leave. I thought he was still around. Yeah, he's out of the game. Crusader is about to be crusaded. I should have pretty good armor. I'm really not sure. This really could use a gun laying drive. It's possible I might make that change at some point. So luckily we now have in-game stats, and you can look at the aim time and you can gauge whether or not a gun laying drive is appropriate. Because it has a fast firing gun, a gun laying drive might be better than the vertical stabilizer. I'd rather he shoots at me as opposed to my allies, because I probably have stronger armor. Okay, so we need to wait for all of our allies. Some of them are not in a firing position. The guys that are coming around are probably going to go up on the base area, so I'm not going to. I'm going to let them do it. Obviously, if he comes out, he's dead. So I will wait here. Maybe those guys can snipe from up there. I don't know. Ah! I hit the rock or something. Didn't penetrate. I don't know his reload. I know he's dead. That's for sure. And he was firing APCR at me. Well, I guess that was a smart move on his part. Okay, I want to show you details. And you see over here it says bonus for premium vehicle tier. I don't think every vehicle gets that. I did some computations on paper, and some of these lower tier vehicles were getting crazy bonuses that were affecting EXP. So I really don't know what that means. Okay, we will send the crew out. I'm going to pick, I really don't enjoy playing these tanks very much anymore, so maybe I'll just skip them. This one I like to play. I don't have good games. I believe that this has a high win rate, but not for me. I just think it's too sluggish, and it's probably because I play it too aggressively and I can't get out of trouble fast enough. Okay, I'm going to be doing some work while we're waiting. Okay, game starting. Okay, I guess I'm going to go that way. Try and ambush some people. See, the tank has slow acceleration. This guy wants a platoon, so I'm going to platoon with him. People help me a lot with platoons. I was able to complete a lot of missions, so I always accept platoons from other players. So if you want to platoon with me in the game, you're welcome to do so. Just send me an invite. And I have pretty much every tier. I don't play tier 1, but I play the other tiers. Okay, let's see if we can do some damage on this guy. Guess he didn't climb. Before, I was always concerned about firing too many rounds because I didn't want to spend the money on the premium rounds, but now that I got rid of them all, it doesn't bother me so much. Mauerbrecher. I think he's got good armor from what I hear. Okay, we got too much going on here. You want to hit that gun. Oh, you don't want to be on a reload issue. Hit the gun, and you might knock it out of the game, so they won't be able to fire back. I don't play as well when I am chatting while I'm playing because I'm just not used to it, so I don't look at the mini-map as often as I should, etc. Really don't like the Russian tanks of this tier. Don't like those. I could play this. I'm going to get rid of the APCR rounds. I don't need them. I never fire them, so they're just a waste. Okay, so he's got some crew issues I need to work out. I got to go to here, here, here. He's a medium tank, so we're going to go through all the medium tanks. There's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I don't have a crew for this tank. You know what? I don't want to play it without a crew. So we'll skip that. French, I guess I could play them. Don't like. Maybe I could play a Chinukai. Okay, so we'll play the Chi-Nu-Kai. Let's see if I got crew. Yes. Originally, I didn't like this tank, but once I got used to it, now I kind of like it. Getting rid of the APCR. Oh, wait a second, wait a second. This is not tier 6, so I'm not going to be able to work on that mission. Let's just do tier 6. Let's see what we got for tier 6. I like American tanks. Did those. Try tier 7. Super Hellcat. You'll notice that my radio operator is not from a tank destroyer. I only have one radio operator per tech tree except for Russian. And the reason why is because if you get those skill levels high enough, you can get the signal boosting and make up for the penalty that he's not trained for the tank. And then what happens is you get the benefit on all of your tanks from having all those crew skills like situational awareness and BIA and camo and repairs and firefighting, and the list goes on. So that's why I stopped doing it, and I wish I had thought of this a long time ago. I probably did think of it a long time ago, I just didn't do it. I think I'm going to help my team and go towards a cap. This is a map where people are going to be at the cap. And I think I can help my team out, even though I don't think this is a high penetration gun. 167. Because I have weak armor, I'm just going to stay back and snipe. Unless I need to do something more involved. I'm going to knock some trees down, in case anybody needs them. I get bored so fast, I already want to leave this position and go somewhere else. Okay, I've had enough. There's an enemy on the base. Emil. Let's see if we can hit him from here. I think it's definitely doable. Looks like I hit him. You do get additional EXP for hitting a tank that's on the cap. You see how his gun is pointing away? Bad for him, good for me. Ah, I didn't repair fast enough. Okay. And of course, I didn't know the other tank was there. T-28 concept. I like to play this. Why doesn't he have his crew? Oh, I can't play 2 American tanks at the same time because the radio operator is busy. So let's play this. Gonna get rid of these and increase this. So this tank needed a loader because apparently the light tanks do not have loaders. And you could pull in like someone like this. You see the reload time, 2.75. It goes up by 0.3. But it could be an advantage if your loader doesn't have BIA and this one does. And look at all the advantages you get with the extra skills. So you got, this one has even more. So you got to weigh all that stuff. I'm going to go with this one, and we're going to have the faster reload. Okay, so we got Live Oaks. I'm pretty good at spotting on this map. I've gotten lots of spotting damage. The problem with this map is that you spot tanks and nobody shoots at them. So what good does it do to spot tanks? I know what to, I mean, if people knew, I mean, I could spot all the tanks over here, and like I said, nobody will shoot at them, so we'll see what happens. Enemy light tanks, 3, Type 64, WZ-131, T-71DA. So because of all the enemy light tanks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sit here and spot light tanks and see what happens. My team is spreading out very slowly. Okay, we're going to drive through the town. Spotted. SOS. Driving through the town means I can still spot. Somebody shot at me, but they're likely to miss. Bail out of here. Looks like somebody shot at me. Still getting spotting damage. Okay, so that, when you see the screen jump, that's my latency and packet loss. It's not the streaming. Spotted the KV-2. So this is a safe way to spot. You can go over here and shoot at the KV-2. See what I mean? Okay, SPG is right over here, marking at K1. Okay, all that weird stuff going on with the screen is packet loss. T-71DA, let's see if we can hit him. Enemy is not going into town. Gotta get out of here. SOS because I was spotted. Hmm. Yeah, if I go somewhere and get spotted and I don't see anything, I got, oh, there I am again, right there. Okay, I'm gonna go help spot at the base. So if I spot, these guys don't have to, which means they can fire their guns. If they don't have somebody spotting, then they have to hold their fire. So I'm going to make it difficult for them. They want to come, they got to fight for it. I don't want to miss that guy, so. And I'm going to be prepared to shoot. They might be retreating also, so we got to account for all of that. I'm going to stay low. In case there's some malarkey going on. Don't do a lot of damage, so I tracked him. Oh, yeah, that's what I like to see. Okay, so now we know that they were not advancing. We got an issue here. I don't know if I want to advance if my team's going to be parked in the back. Ten to 6. So I guess there was a WZ-131, not really in the water, but in a threatening position. Nice. If he goes, I go. I support my team. You really don't want to be the type of person where you just let your ally go by yourself while you watch. Okay, enemy SPG is right here. I'm going to do K3 SPG. Lost my commander. Let's just deal with it. I'll save 20,000. I'm going to go along the red line just to be a little bit safer. I won't know if I'm spotted. My sixth sense won't go off. I'm going to stay off the base. I mean, they know we're coming. I was spotted, right? There's the SPG. I turned the wrong way. It's not good for the gun. Haven't done that in a long time, but it's no big deal. Okay, that's the game. Was there an issue with this vehicle? You didn't have crew or something? Okay. You notice that these guys are all named Abbott. These are the zero. These are the ones that have the BIA, zero skill BIA, whatever they call it. This guy's just a regular guy. So you notice that this guy with the 93, these guys are leveling up. Okay, so we're going to remove the APCR. I don't need them. Is there anything I would switch here? Studzianki. Usually what I do is I get on the rails and I fire HE rounds at the enemy. So I'm going to load in the HE. I'm going to park in the back. My armor's okay. Defender's got a weak gun. The T-34 has a good gun. The Panther probably doesn't. STRV definitely does. Super Hellcat is weak. So I have to watch out for that T-34. The AMX-65T, I really don't think it has a good gun, but I don't remember. I doubt it does. I played it. Okay, so someone's invited me to a platoon, but our scouts are going to go out in the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back them up, and I'm going to sit here and shoot at anything that they spot. So I got to get within range. Unfortunately, they're not going to spot anything. I mean, they're not far out enough to spot. Nice, 471 damage. You got to be further out. You know, if what he should have done, if he didn't want to run across the field, is go over here, you know, where the buildings are in the corner and spot from over there. Right over there, that bush right over there where these trees are. So when I play SPG, one of the things that I'm doing, even with light tanks, is I'm looking around for fallen trees in popular places where I know. See what that happened with the gun? In popular places where scouts like to park. There's the SPG. Okay, so I didn't want to be all the way out there. I wanted to be in the back. It was a mistake. Let's move on. And I didn't want to use the repair kit on the tracks. I don't like the KV-122. This I probably don't have crew. Nope. Rudy's actually a good tank. This I like to play, so we'll play this. You don't need premium rounds on this tank. Not necessary. Took them out a long time ago. All the Antonovs are the special crew. And you really don't want them to be loaders and radio operators. Once there's a discount, when there's a discount, I go through all of my crew and I move people around. Got to check my work. Okay, game starting. I'm going to use the regular rounds. We've got 3 enemy light tanks. So the first thing I do is I'm going to go into a sniping position to support enemy light tanks. I'm sorry, to support my allied light tanks, such as the amazing 14 TP. Probably one of the best tanks in the game. I will blind fire bushes, because we don't know, there could be somebody there, right? You just go like this. Oh, well, we'll go like this. So we'll check this bush over here. We're going to fire and see if something happens. No. Mark this. So that wasn't the brightest thing to do, right? But that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Birch gun right here. Okay, now we got a bright idea. Now we got somebody who's going to help us. If only I knew where those enemy tanks were. I didn't get spotted that time. You know, there's got to be a spotter out there, because I fired and I got spotted and those snipers were too far away. You think there's somebody there? We're going to find out. Because I have damage, I just play more cautiously. See if we can hit this guy. I wish I had that tank. Wow. That's all player skill. It's not overpowered tank. Oh, it's 5-7. I think they're going to need me over here, so. Gotta move quickly. I hope it's not too late. Should have been paying better attention to what was going on. I didn't know the rail split like that. Did they change the map? They must have changed the map. Yeah, that's it. So I waited too long. It's very important. You want to make decisions right away. I didn't realize what was going on. It was the west flank that fell. What I was going to do is I was going to pull back and go all the way to the red line and take up a sniping position from behind. I don't know if these guys have crew. Oh, he does. No APCR rounds. If anybody wants to platoon with me, send me a platoon invite. Especially if you like to play fast light tanks, I would love to platoon and do some hunting. Or SPG platoon is always fun. Okay, game is starting. What do we got here? I'm going to go... Oh, I thought I was playing an SPG. How did I get an IS-2? That's okay. You know what? This is actually a fun tank, so I don't think I made a mistake. Because we're going up against frontal armor, the HE rounds are going to be useful. It looks like I'm going to have to spot for everyone. So I'm going to pull into a position to spot. And I am at tier 7, got to take that into account. I was spotted. I could have done a better job knocking that tree down, obviously. Okay, SPG right there. Really not getting anywhere. I don't remember it being this flat. Gotta watch out with those tanks up there. They gotta be nasty. TVP is low on hit points. So I'm gonna go in with HE rounds. Because those guys are up there, I'm going to hang on the left over here. And I'm going to wait for all of my allies to advance. We'll see if the EBR spots anything interesting. Okay, so over here is where you got to watch out for those AMXs over there. You got to watch out because they can hit you from behind. Right here. I got most of my hit points. You know what? My allies need the cover. Not me. And you can see they're making good use of it. Come on. Aim for that gun, knock it out. You can see that the AMXs are behind us. Oh, look at that. So I got to go first. I have all the armor. These guys should really wait for me. 2 SPGs. Super Hellcat. Our Super Hellcat should really regroup with us. I'm going to go this way because it's not what the enemy would expect. I sworn I saw an M12 somewhere. So I think the 112 was there somewhere. Yeah, this is not good. I was going to blind fire the bush. That was probably the most damage I've ever gotten with that tank. So the Super Hellcat in the Abbey that was on my team, he should have regrouped. Yeah, it does. It did look to me like one of these tanks. That Super Hellcat should have tried to regroup with us. I know it would have been really difficult. Must have disconnected because my internet is not responding. Okay, so I'm going to obviously snipe from a distance. I used to play in the middle of the map, but now everybody does, so it's been corridorized, so it's really not useful anymore. I'm going to be honest with you, I really have no experience playing over here, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to knock a lot of bushes down. Maybe I don't want to go too far. Maybe I'm going to stay over here with this first bush. I just saw something happen over here. I once had a game where the game started and someone randomly fired. It was a Churchill, randomly fired across the map and hit me. It was Himmelsdorf. He just shot from his base or into my base, and that was it. I'm going to see if I can hit that T-29. Oh, maybe not. Let's see if there's a way to do it. Okay, so it looks like there's a little gap over here. 5-2. Okay, because those tanks are on that side, I'm going to reposition. M44 destroyed a tank. I look at who is killing somebody so that I can get an idea as to whether there might be an enemy that's unspotted on my side of the map. So they could be right there. I could easily do them in. Okay, I should have just pulled in over here, but yeah, that's a mistake you make. He hit me at least 6 times. I was worried that the IS was going to kill me. Okay, M44 is over here. The enemy only has 4 minutes left, and they have to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. And the 2 SPGs are going to stay in the back, so they're really unlikely to win. They're too far on their side of the map. They have to. It's going to take them a minute and a half to go across the map, and then it will take them over a minute to cap. And if they have to hunt down the SPGs, it could take 2 minutes. And they can only reload their guns so many times. A lot of tanks might only do 1,200 damage per minute. They can't kill tons of tanks in short time. We're probably going to use HE rounds. The first thing I'm going to do, there's 2 enemy light tanks. I'm going to go to a sniping position that I discovered. Or maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. First, we want to go after light tanks. Maybe I'll go to this tower thingy. My vehicle's not turning. Yeah, see what it's doing? It's sort of a bug. It's because of the, I believe it's because it's a UDP protocol. Be nice if this were faster. The gun on this is pretty good. It's possible that this grass over here is enough to hide me. So I'm going to angle wherever I think the incoming fire might come from. Identify where the SPG is. Repair my gunner. There's another SPG over here. Okay, we've got this setter. So I've got low hit points, so I'm going to hang more in the back. We need people over here. This is not good over here. We got a lot of guys on my side, so I'm going to move to the other side. I know that the 416 is not a good tank. It doesn't have a good gun. It's difficult to play. Wow, they are winning. This is interesting. I can help out on either side. Okay, I think I just need to stay back here. Come on, faster, 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 faster. Definitely needs clutch braking. Does have it. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to take it out again. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is help out killing any scouts. I'm going to go over here. It's not perfect, but at least you can hide a little bit. And you can see our scouts are both rushing out as quickly as possible, fearlessly. They're not going to spot anything. Going to keep blind firing. It looks like somebody hit him. Miss. One of the things I like about the hill is that you can actually hit people up on the hill. There's a lot of people that like to go up there. There's a lot of enemy tanks up there. Too bad. Gotta kill this guy. We need to use HE rounds. There was a delay in that shot, which is from the packet loss. Or the, no, it's not packet loss, that would be latency. Oh, there he is, there he is. Didn't get to see where those tanks are, unfortunately. They're going to keep clobbering me. I'm going to over-angle. Oh, that might be a bad idea. If I was unspotted. Oh, don't want that. So obviously I wanted to hit that super Hellcat. When I play ranked battles, I play a lot differently. Um, I would have been way more in the back. I would not have spotted. I would have relied on my team to spot as a group. I think I'm going to go to like the H2 area or J2. Wow, there's 5 light tanks. But these guys might know I don't play tier 6 because I spent most of the year playing frontline. So I'm used to playing tier 8 frontline and that's it. I'm only playing because of the marathon and it's Christmas time. I don't have a lot of rounds, so I'm not going to waste anything. I'm sure that my rounds will be strong enough to penetrate anything. These guys are too far back. They're not going to be able to hit anything. They got to move forward. And the SPGs should go east. It's not safe over here. There's too many enemy tanks over here. This is not going to be pretty. Okay, I waited too long, and that's what you get for waiting. You get one less kill. So the SPG, they didn't listen to me. They're going to get killed. It was 5-1, but that's going to end quickly. Somebody should really get on the cap. It's too bad that my vehicle is too slow. I would not have really been able to reposition anywhere. Okay, let's see this tank. I am going to remove APCR. This is a fun little tank, but I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't have great games with it. Let's see what my win rate is, 44%. I never really played it. It's very different tank. You really have to change your play style, and I really never got the hang of it. So as an example, there's a tank called the M3 Lee, and nobody likes that tank, and I hated it the first time I played it. But then when the UK version came out, which was the Grant, I ended up having great games because I had learned from playing other tanks. I had learned how to play the turretless tank destroyers, and I actually had great games. So things can change, and now I have different strategies, which I think will make it easier. Okay, I really don't have a strategy for this tank on this map. I got to check my penetration. 219 for tier 7. That's actually pretty good. It's a difficult tank to play, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try and play in the town. I don't have good spotting range, which is going to make it a disadvantage. We'll see if we spot anything over here. Yes, Chrysler K. SPG right there. Going to head into these buildings as quickly as possible. Try not to knock anything down. We don't want to get hit by Artie. Okay, so there's a T-29. Definitely want to get out of his way. Okay, so the enemy is playing in a position that's going to make it difficult for me. I'll be able to spot them. He's going to sit there, so I can't really do anything. I don't want to get hit by the SPG, so I'm just going to park over here. We'll see how dumb this guy is. So I'm going to avoid SPG for a bit, come over here, count to 10. I'm watching the clock. When it gets down to 12:12, I will leave. I'm sure that T-29 is still there. Very fast aim. I missed. Aims fairly well. And I hit him. T-29 is still there. So I'm going to move a little bit. We got to spot those guys. Make sure I'm surrounded by stuff. I'm going to come around here. Knock the trees down. We've got an SPG still in the game. Hopefully somebody will hit that tiger. Still there. And he didn't spot me. Oh, you did. Okay, so there's an STRV at base. That's too bad. I really wanted to do well in this game. Okay, we'll pull up this one. Got to do a little bit of work. Typing email. Okay, so the game is starting, and this is mines. I'm going to go to the ditch. Which is right over here in front of me. We get right in this general area. Come on. Just a blind shot, obviously. Okay, we got. Oh, come on. Not in the game right now. Missed. He did fool me. Oh, he must be reloading. Wow. Play this one. Okay, the game's starting. I'm going to go out this way. And I'm going to take up a position where that house is. Get there as fast as I can. So I'm going to watch the town, and I'm going to snipe over here if anybody comes this way. We don't have anybody spotting. And I don't have a full spotting range. I'm going to drive through the town to see if I can spot anything over there. It's safer to spot this way. I'm sure there's nothing there. Ah! That was a bad decision. Okay, buddy, you're next. Yeah, my team, I don't know why they took so long to get to town, but you could see that the other team went to town quickly. My team was slow to get to town. You know, what can you do? You know, there's going to be people who are going to say, well, don't go to town. But then if you don't go to town, your team is never going to go to town because they're all going to have the same attitude. It's the wrong attitude to follow the mob. You know, the right attitude is to play some sort of a leadership role. That's what the enemy did. I mean, mobs don't make good decisions. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to snipe on the heavy tanks. Now, obviously, I'm going to assume that my team is going to spot something. And as I say all the time, you know, I get bored playing. I don't want to sit here for 15 minutes not shooting at anything. So if my team doesn't spot, then I'll go spot. So I'm going to come down here and hopefully I won't go in the water, which could easily happen. I spotted those tanks. They could spot me, so I do have to be careful. Got to turn those binocs on. What the hell was that? How did they... Was that two IS-2s? There must have been two IS... I don't know how they all hit me. I mean, come on. Look at that. They got amazing accuracy. So basically what happened is I think there were two IS-2s. So the one on the left fired. I thought it was the one on the right, so I thought it was safe to go out. So when I went out to shoot at him, he shot back at me. So that was one of the problems that I had with that game. It was a simple mistake. AC4 experimental. We don't have medium tanks. We'll skip it. %. This is my best crew member right here. I got 2 crews that have 6 skills. Okay, I believe I have to spot like 4 tanks or something like that. So I'm going to do a spotting run. You're going to get to see how I do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive across the map. And I'm going to watch my white circle. And I'm going to be out in the open, but I'm going to make sure that I don't go further than I need to. So I'm watching my white circle. From over here, I should be able to spot a bunch of tanks. There they are. Use that rock. I didn't spot that much. See how easy it was? I just spotted 3 tanks. They didn't spot me. Ah, I guess they did. So I'm going to reverse using the rocks to hide me. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. I didn't zag enough. Too much zigging. Ah! How the hell did I get spotted over here? Come on. There's no enemy light tank. Just in case I am going to turn. And then I'm going to watch the clock until it goes down to 15. It must have been him. It's weird that I got spotted. You'd think all those bushes would protect me. All I did was reverse a little tiny bit and they spotted me. That's weird. So I was trying to track him. Didn't work. Having some issues with the internet. I could easily have gotten killed right there. F that. Uh-oh, this was not a good move. I've only played that position like twice. That was only the second time. And the same thing happened the first time. I was always getting spotted, even when I was completely behind the bush. And I'm not sure why that was happening. If you heard a noise, it was somebody calling me on the phone. I don't know if you heard it, but I'm not taking the call because of the stream. Okay, so I'm going to do something I never did. I'm going to go this way and sit out in the street. See what happens. I've never really played in these buildings. You know, I might have done it once or twice. I really don't remember. So I will spot for the other tank. I'm going to go forward, and if I get spotted, I will dive to the left. So you can see my ally is advancing. I doubt that guy will come out. Yeah, now he's coming. I thought so. There he is. Just going to keep firing at him. Jackson with M6. So I used the automatic driving in reverse while I was typing. So we got an issue. The enemy is obviously doing a lot better than we are. And they're going to advance on us, so... There's somebody. Okay, I'm out of the game for a moment. See lots of tanks out in the open, so let's head that way. Gonna move towards this house. Come on, don't do it now. So sometimes when my computer does weird stuff like that, the latency just makes it behave weird. Ah, oh, come on. It's not the latency, it's a packet loss that does that. Okay, Okay. I'm going to go into town, just like I did with the Scorpion, and I am going to try to spot some tanks on the way there. This tank is a little slow, so I'm going to stay low. Maybe not. I'm not going to go too high. Looking for the low terrain. This is one of the better places to stay. If you look right over here, there's lots of bushes over here. So you can sit in the back, and tanks will sit right in front of you. If you go out a little bit further, you could definitely do it, but there might not be bushes. Over there, you got lots of bushes, and you got that big solid object. You want to knock trees down. Keep the building standing as much as possible. It looks like they're not coming. Let's see if I can ammo rack him. Lot of tanks over here. So I got to be careful. I could get spotted very easily. Come on. I hope my ally finishes them off. If you have really good allies, you should be fine spotting. If you don't, then it might be difficult. I've had lots of games where I've spotted lots of tanks and nobody shot at them. And so one of the things I tried is I would tell my allies at the beginning, I would say, I'm going to go to the left and spot over there. And then my team would just go the opposite direction. I found that happened all the time. You know, if I ever told my team, I'm going to go spot over here, they would absolutely go in the opposite direction. So what I started doing was I would never tell my team where I was going to go spotting because they would try to defeat it. It's really sad that that would happen. I don't understand why they would do that. You would think they want someone to spot for them. I don't know if I hit him. Looks like I didn't. Yep, that's what happens when your crew is stunned. They're stunned by my amazing gameplay. Okay, I don't want to sit here, obviously. Ah! Okay, he's dead. Wow, he figured out how to run, that's for sure. We've got a couple low hit point tanks, and I don't know what the enemy is. T-29 is obviously a higher tier. I think capping is going to be the right thing to do. It'll force the enemy to move. Our SPGs should not be there. They're going to make the mistake. You know, they stayed at base. They should have gone down to the south corner, or even better, follow us to here, which is what I do. I follow my allies as they advance across the field. And it really put them at risk. I think my allies want me to cap. And that's the game. I wonder if I'm going to cap. So I'm going to look at the stats to see if I got anything for capping. Base capture defense points. It says 100/0. Okay, distance traveled. I want to see how I'm doing here. Probably not that good. Long. Normally I do more. Playing the lower tiers didn't work out for me.